Greetings and welcome, my soldiers, to another episode. Let's play Dark Reign 2. Alright, let's see if we can get these JDA Guardians and Rovers to be clearing up some rumblers. Yeah. And if we're gonna continue complaining. Also, really don't feel like there is too much difference between the two factions. I mean, the biggest difference between the two is the fact that the JDA uses this shielding technology, which is why their health bars look blue. That's the initial shielding. Once that is taken down, it doesn't regenerate, but it does regenerate as long as you have some. And you may say that sounds unfair. It is kind of. I mean, the rumblers here are not really an issue because we have overwhelming numbers. But the shielding depletes quite quickly. And the Sprawlers do have some advantages. Like, for instance, the rumblers, I believe, do double the damage of a Guardian.
Roger that.
But obviously they have to punch a little bit more because, well, Guardians have shields. Yeah, the initial weapons don't really inspire any confidence. I mean, it's either laser beams or those weird ball sprites that you keep shooting out that don't really seem to be animated with enough frames. And the impact sounds I just don't feel
two targets
right.
remaining.
Responding. En route. Responding.
You see, it works fine if there's nothing in the way, but there's a little bit of bottleneck and your entire army gets stuck and it becomes more or less unresponsive, which is not great. Right, more rumblers to kill.
Attacking. En route.
Right, let's get to the top of the hill. Here you have some fiends. Now, fiends are actually kind of dangerous.
Destroyed.
Because they have a massively strong weapon that can punch through anything quite quickly, but it is extremely close range.
We have one target remaining.
Fiends, however, can also go invisible if they stand still. They're good for an ambush, but I've never really found a real good use for them in any particular mission outside of scripted events. I mean, I can see the potential, but it's just getting them close to the enemy is the trick.
Enemy sighted. Moving out.
Because, like every other unit, they get stuck on everything. So, unless you have the open space to run into an enemy, then they will just not move quickly enough to get close. But if you do that, then you don't have enough supporting units to absorb the damage, which leaves you with the same problem. Alright, let's finish this mission off.
Great job, Strike Force. Tell your boys to keep their heads down. We're sending in your airstrikes. Signet out.
Mission successful.
Yeah. Would have done with a couple of planes animated or something, but well. Let's move on.
Sector 13 report. Strike Force has secured this area. We're still picking up the pieces, but those airstrikes won't be informed.
Roger, 13. We'll continue to monitor your status. Signatures.
The quake has to rank as one of the great disasters of human history. Despite the extensive damage here, Angel Bay was comparatively lucky.
We have received authorization from President Dalin to begin Operation Exodus. The time has come to put Togra's prototype to the test.
Highland 6, request secure channel.
Secure channel established.
We've got a level 5. Repeat, level 5 security breach. The quake broke open the door seal in the Togra lab. Request assistance. The directorate must be informed.
Strike Force, this one's straight from the top. The Highland Station above Coron is reporting that a nearby mountain lab facility has been damaged in the recent earthquake. It is believed to be the place where famous scientist Alpheus Togra conducted much of his secret research. The door to the lab was apparently sealed for years, but our report states that the earthquake has jarred it open. The contents of the lab are unknown, but the Directorate is concerned that the Sprawlers might find something inside they can use as a weapon. When you reach the lab, be sure to remove any technology you discover. We've heard Dalin himself will be tracking your progress. And bundle up, boys. It's gonna be cold up there. Signet out. Strike Force, Togra's lab is located near the summit of Mount Turniat, an elevation of 2,300 meters. The trail leading up to it has been a pilgrimage route for Voodoo. Stand by. We have a tactical update. The 42nd Advanced Scouts have captured a Voodoo Bunta coming down off the mountain. You should be able to make him lead you up the trail to the door of Togra's lab. Signet out.
Yeah, and this mission is pretty much when I realized back in the
follow the
day.
captured Voodoo up the mountain. The lab is located northwest of our current position.
That they were really jumping the shark
We can
here.
order our troops to follow the Voodoo automatically as he climbs the mountain. Select a group of our troops, then select the guard option from our orders menu. Finally, select our Voodoo prisoner. The designated troops will now follow him wherever he goes. Now that the captured Voodoo is leading our troops up to Togra's lab, we can begin building up our base facilities and defenses. Sprawler attacks appear to be intensifying. We can strengthen our defenses by building sentry guns. Select a construction rig to view our build menu, then build a sentry gun near our base.
Yeah, kinda already did that, but sure. Let's also get another construction rig.
Building.
Right, they are about to go to the mountain. But yeah,
Construction complete.
the whole thing with the Togra. Now, I am a bit fuzzy on the dates actually mentioned in the manual, so it's possible that Togra was around back during this period. He did achieve godhood after all, so, you know. But why did he need to be in here?
Enemy sighted.
Togra did not like either side.
Strike Force, those things are cutting your team to ribbons. Pull back. You'll have to figure out some way to disable them. Signet out.
Yep.
The pylons must have an external power source. If we can discover it, we can disable them. We should explore the hills in the surrounding area, though some may be too steep for our troops and vehicles to scale. We can now build enforcers, special flight-equipped infantry, out of our precinct, and send them to explore areas that are hard to reach.
Systems activated. Coordinates received.
Basically, we get jetpack troops, which is fine.
Construction complete.
Get a little bit extra defense.
Enemy sighted. Construction complete.
Right. Got some go-go's and a fiend. That's fine.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm not going to defend that camera tower. I mean, it would be nice to have vision, but it's much more important that I have some defenses.
Sighted. Building destroyed. Enemy sighted. Construction complete.
Ready to roll. Yes, sir.
Alright. So we got a motor pool. Let's get another lector.
Building. Building.
And let's build a small force of enforcers. But yeah, Togra didn't like either the Imperium or the Freedom Guard, really. I mean, I don't know about the Freedom Guard specifically, but I don't think he was particularly on their side. He was on his own side. So why would he leave anything behind on Earth?
Enemy sighted.
Even if he had installed some defenses that would keep people out, why would the Rumblers be immune to them? Because that's apparently what they are.
On my way.
Not like the Sprawlers are really anything special.
In transit.
Well, it's also something the game probably will not explain at any real point.
Enemy sighted.
Just keep an eye on what's happening with the Go-Go's. The Go-Go's are not really all that much of a threat. They are light anti-air vehicles, which you can use to, you know, do a little bit of damage on the ground vehicles, but you don't tend to use them for that. They're very good at taking out my enforcers, however, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful about them. So let's get a couple more rovers. We might need the
Input target. Input target. Proceeding.
Ready. Yes, sir. Reporting.
now there's a way to select all the ones you want that already point a bit further away.
Yes, sir. Destination received. Standing by. Right away. Standing by. Destination received. Reporting. Destination received.
Queuing.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of tail on here that we'll run out of. I do hope we can finish this off. But yeah, apparently these towers were constructed by Togra to keep the place safe, to which I think wouldn't those have been taken out by bombers or artillery? If you really wanted to get past that point. Yes, at this point it's just not necessary for them to have tried, but
Destination received.
just feels so silly, I suppose. Because we have to find a power source that can turn it off. And I think from, well, Togra would never put a power source in an obvious location that's easy to access by any means. Wouldn't he? Well, turns out, Togra is not that smart.
In transit.
Which I find kind of a little bit insulting. If I'm being at all honest. I was led to believe that Togra was the savior of the Togran people. Their messiah. Because of his science skills. Which is why the Imperium wanted him so badly. Before he escaped.
Construction complete.
Right. Let's see if we can do this without running into some go-go's.
Go ahead. Complying. Complying.
And it's still got collision problems in the air.
Proceeding. Enemy sighted.
There it is.
We have located the Togran power plant. If we destroy it, the pylons should be disabled.
Target acquired.
So I'm like thinking, they didn't find this before, because why?
Well done.
Strike Force, your area is becoming increasingly active with possible enemy targets. You need to get to that lab immediately. Signet out.
Awaiting commands.
Alright, fine.
Moving out.
Our main base is protected well enough. Also, there is a day-night cycle. Just in case you were curious what this is all about. Which has effect on the efficiency of your solar arrays.
Enemy sighted. Attacking. Attacking. Responding.
Alright, let's try to stay
Roger
alive.
Converting.
Enemy sighted.
Execute.
Attack.
Yeah, this is why I wasn't too worried about the go-go's. Yeah, they do a little bit of splash damage, but overall they couldn't even punch through the armor.
Roger that.
The sun has set.
Indeed it has. But luckily I have more than enough power.
En route. Moving out. Responding.
Will you move, please?
Responding.
Alright, let's also get our enforcers in on this. We may face a little bit of opposition up the hill.
Awaiting commands. Responding. Enemy sighted.
Complying.
Well, the pylons are indeed offline.
Enemy sighted.
Proceeding.
Enemy sighted.
Roger that. Target
Yeah, that's for leading us into a trap, you evil Voodoo.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
Coordinates received.
Alright, well that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.